everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The stakes have been raised here in the wild card round as it's time to win or get an early start on the offseason. It's the Texans going up against the Browns. With that, let's get up to Cleveland. We're standing by our Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And here's a look at the starting offense. Second down, 9 yards to go. Again, it's Miller. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
If your day involves blocking Danny Shelton, you better pack lunch and dinner. It's an all-day job.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
So much of his game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is brought in at the 21. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Now Gordon on first down, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Let's meet the offensive starters, and let's discuss Corey Coleman, first wide receiver drafted out of last year's class.
And there was a reason for that. When you watched his tape, when you watched his games, you saw his explosiveness and ability to play the ball in the air downfield. Don't get hung up on the fact he only ran 4 routes at Baylor. Just coach him up and turn him loose.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Devin Smith that time, and it's third down. The defensive crew for the Texans. Here's a look.
When it comes to J.J. Watt, we're about out of superlatives, aren't we? So let's just make this simple. One of the best to ever play the game.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now back to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a fourth down. Now Dan Carpenter to try a field goal here. From the left hash, this from 46.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
Carpenter now, after the made field goal, will kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On second down, here's Miller. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And able to find Green. A good pickup there at 20 yards. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best. and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot on
best.
the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in the big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. So 2nd and 10 here. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And wow, fortunately he was able to get it back, but it's left his guys in a bit of a hole here. They're backed up deep to start this drive.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
They come out here in the eye. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Shift together here from the D-line.
No, check, Patriots.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
They send Thomas out to the right by himself.
Set, 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas.
And Corey Coleman. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman, 54 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And now out comes Houston. They begin with a run by Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Miller on the catch over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
We're still in search of the first down after that last completion. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And now a first down following that long gain. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, a 22. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
A first down carry now for Miller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll give the Texans a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Back to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty. 5 yards to go for the offense. First down and goal from that 5-yard line.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They come out here in the eye. And now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I'm going to have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Texans get a bit closer.
Yeah, you heard it, right? You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the 2nd half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the 2nd half, they can just tighten.
It's what they want to do. Tighten down everything they're doing, and it maybe explode at the right time.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
Now let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. And some room to work. And he'll slot. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Three yards to go on 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Under crunch. Set! No. Check. Patriot! All right, now look at 56. Gun!
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They send Thomas out to the right by himself.
Green, 39. Over.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Johnson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Well, the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This is taken around the 12. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And now out comes Houston. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a handoff to Miller. And he's got room. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They send Thomas out to the right by himself. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. He'll get 3 up to midfield. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Here we go now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They run it here with Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Here we go now.
Jackson, the man in motion right.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Let's go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
No matter how you evaluate quarterbacks, at some point arm strength is going to come into the conversation. I'm really impressed by what I saw on that throw on the out route.
One man in the backfield is Gordon. And he'll get it up the middle. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Five yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. Keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Setting up the screen for Miller. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 78 yards. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. That's fielded in the end zone. And the Browns getting set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here we go now. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Take it at the 37. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans take possession. And now out comes Houston. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They'll run with Miller. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll run it again with Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes, we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Looking to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And there was a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Third down and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The catch made by Miller. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started. in the fourth quarter. So the offense has it first and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Braxton Miller, 30 yards. And the Texans can take the lead with an extra point. Lambo on for the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Green 39. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Out of the gun now on third down. He finds Coleman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
This is Gordon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain at all on the play there. That brings up fourth. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
No, check. Let's go. No, check. Patriot. Patriot. 57, Mike. Mike 57. Watch him now, Barney. Here we go now. Detroit. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Over.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They'll try and run some clock here with Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Second and 5.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Here we go. Left round.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
They were stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And able to find Green. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Miller will get it. He has been busy today, working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They'll run it with a fullback crunch. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll get it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on fourth down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. They had to. Such little time remaining, and the Texans are going to win the football game. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Here's a give to Miller. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.